Right now on Sports Extra, the boys are hotter than fish grease. Can anyone stop the Atlanta Braves, who are riding an 8-game win streak, running away with the division, and are taking over the All-Star game in Seattle? And we're going to talk about it all. The countdown continues. Georgia versus TCU for all the marbles in the national championship game. Two teams that got to this position in very different ways. TCU, of course, looking to pull off the Cinderella season, while the Dogs hoping to win their second straight national title.
You guys don't get to go through the classic college experience, and maybe there's some things that some people would say that you miss out on. You get to be here and lock in and work on your craft for all this time. I mean, when things get hard, where does the motivation kind of come from for you?
It's finally here. Super Bowl Sunday here in the Valley, and the energy here in Phoenix, Arizona has been unbelievable all week long. Whether it's the concerts, whether it's the fans, whether it's the NFL experience, this city has been on fire. Kennesaw State's 2023 spring game officially in the books, and it was our first opportunity to get a chance to see the new look offense. This team moving away from the triple option and moving into the pistol option, thanks to new offense coordinator Chris Klinakis. Welcome back, everybody, and welcome back Major League Soccer. I mean, look at this. This was the scene inside of Mercedes-Benz Stadium on Saturday as the Five Stripes returned to the pitch to begin the 2023 campaign. Absolute magic, but this one was not over. 97th minute with just seconds left. Derek Etienne Jr. draws a foul from outside the 18, sets up the final play of the match. Thiago Almada, goodness gracious, the winner. Take another look at this, an unbelievable goal. United 2, Earthquakes 1.
It's interesting because there was a lot of conversation about where you would go, 2 or 3, and you finally know where you're headed. What is it about Portland that makes you most excited to be able to go to that city and maybe affect winning going forward?
I've seen enough. This team is going to win the entire thing, and I'll tell you this, right? I'm doing this because at the end of the day, if we look back on this in November and they win it all, I'm going to look like a genius. But if they don't win it all, I'm just going to erase this entire tape. Nobody's ever going to see it, and it's not really going to matter. So I can't lose in this situation, and for me, that's kind of the best thing.
Most people look at the one-win season as a failure. The one-win season, in my eyes, is the reason why we sit here today as a champion. We were able to give these kids a vision and a plan for how we got here. Really proud of that year more than anything.
Wow, what a day for head coach Amir Abdul-Rahim and the Kennesaw State basketball team. It had only been 3 years since the Owls went 1-28. Now this team completes the Cinderella season, and what I can tell you from being there was an incredible atmosphere, also historic as it set a new attendance record. Let me show you how it all went down. Liberty versus KSU for all the marbles in the Atlantic Sun Conference. We'll pick this game up, first half action. Owls came out shooting. Brandon Stroud was hooping. Knocks down 3 there, gets the crowd involved. It's 13-7 KSU. They had the place going crazy, but the Flames are the top dogs for a reason. Kyle Rowe, the three-pointer, part of a 9-0 run for the Flames to retake the lead. Then right before the half, Terrell Burden, too quick, layups good, kept things within 2, headed to the half. This game would go back and forth all game. KSU had a 5-point lead with under a minute left before Colin Porter's 3 helped tie it. Final possession, though, for KSU, a chance to win it. Terrell Burton, the ball had to be in his hands. He draws a foul with 0.1 seconds left, steps to the line, knocks down the first free throw to take a 1-point lead and to potentially win the championship. He actually purposely misses the second one as the Owls win the ASUN tournament. Will now head to the big dance for the very first time in program history. So I was on the floor and I asked Terrell, hey, take me through those final moments at the line.
It was a huge moment because I know my guys had all the faith in the world in me, and then they just breathed trust and confidence. So I didn't even feel no pressure. I just felt great at the line knowing that my teammates always had my back.
It's crazy, this game back and forth all night. You guys have been through some battles all year long. Is that what you guys called upon in this biggest moment?
Yes, sir. We always knew we could count on our brothers and lean on each other, and we could come out on the other side.
Yeah, it was a whole lot of fun. The scene on the floor post-game was just incredible, man. You saw tears, you saw hugs, people were screaming. I mean, it was just an historic moment for what has really been an historic team. It's been 15 years since they joined Division I. Now a program record, 26th win to play now in the biggest tournament in college basketball on the planet. From the players and the coaches I talked to on the floor, it was very clear how much this moment meant to this team, this school, as well as this community.
I don't worry about our guys, especially in crunch time. Where we've been through, where we've came from, we're right at home and hard. We're right at home where it's uncomfortable, all right? Because we know it's growth in it. Couldn't be more proud of our guys. Hey, this moment right here, it feels like a celebration. What they be saying, it's a parade inside my city, yeah. But not for real, man, I'm happy. We finna celebrate for a whole week and a half, 3-4 weeks, whenever till it's over with. We happy we're going to March Madness first time in history, so it's a blessing.
And if only people knew where it started, man. 1-28. We the underdogs, but we on top now, and I can't thank my guys enough, man.
All right, that's it for sports. Thanks for watching, everybody. More news after this commercial break.
G-Day 2023 officially in the books on what was a beautiful day here in Athens inside of Sanford Stadium, and it started off with a bang considering we had the official collaring of UGA the 11th. Former players like Stetson Bennett were also honored and received their championship rings, and we also saw the team honor the lives of Devin Willock and Chandler Lee Croy, who died in that fatal car crash back in January.
Just thinking about both of them and wishing they were with us. The players wanted to do something to remember those two, and we thought that was a good way to honor them. It was important to them to honor both of them, and that's what we did.
On the field, all eyes on quarterbacks as Carson Beck, Brock Vandegrift, and Gunnar Stockton are all going for that starting job. Beck shined the brightest in the first half, throwing for 211 yards and a touchdown.
I mean, I thought I had a good day, just my mindset coming in was just execute each play as it came. Don't look past that, first down is first down, second down is second down, and third down is third down, and just kind of keep rolling and just execute the play that Bobo calls in.
Coach Smart said he's liking what he's seen out of both guys, and at the end of the day, it's about guys that aren't going to put the team in jeopardy and be able to move the chains with the Georgia Bulldogs.
What you saw today was, similar to what we've seen really all spring. We have three good quarterbacks who can make the throws and do a really good job. I was pleased with those guys.
One quick roster note, defensive lineman Bear Alexander, whose name was actually on the G-Day roster heading into Saturday, has entered the transfer portal. Everybody else still on this roster sheet is now prepared for the upcoming fall, where they'll face off against UT Martin in their season opener on September 2nd. Cover the Dogs here in Athens. I'm Reggie Chatman, 11 Live Sport.